What's up, Mike Tebow? What's up, hard target? Jay, should I break my PR? Yeah, I got a PR today myself. I'm drinking Hurricane in case anyone's wondering. Um, Anyone want to hear about my PR I got today? I think Big Bear is a homosexual term for the alpha male in the relationship, if I'm not mistaken. Um, anyway, uh, I've done legs pretty consistently the past 2 weeks. All right, since my double knee surgery, today was the first time I ever went 7 plates each side on the leg press, and I got 8 reps. So that's my new PR on the leg press. 7 plates each side for 8 reps. How does that stack up against normal humans? I know that's not very good, but still, against normal humans, 7 plates each side for 8 reps. I don't think that's the real Hamburg 75. You know, good old Hamburg sent me a DM on Instagram claiming that's not him and that that's a troll account. You should never leg press more than double you can squat. Yeah, I agree with that. So that would say I can squat about 3.5 plates on each side. But I would never do 1 rep on the squats ever. That's never again. The pec is actually doing pretty good. Oh, he's trying to sound like Hamburg with the broken English. You are lie. Yeah, that sounds like Hamburg, but Hamburg sent me a DM on Instagram from Hamburg's real Instagram account saying, Jay, that's not me trolling you on YouTube. 330. I don't need to lose 100 pounds. I need to lose about 50, bro. If I'm about 325, which is pretty damn close, I would look great at 275. Look at some of my older pictures. Oh. Yay Masters is a good guy. That sounds like Hamburg, but his name is Scott. Uh, Stop your lie. Man, he's good. He sounds like Hamburg. We're bored with your physique. Drop to 275, bro. Yeah, I think I need to, man, because I think my heavy bench pressing days are over. So what's the sense in being 325 if you're not going to bang out reps with over four plates? What do you think about Boston College football? I think it's a shame they're not much better than they are. Drop the gear and get down to 200. Come on, dude. Brad's 200. You guys have no idea how. Just focus on heart healthy. Yeah, I've been taking a lot of fish oil for my heart. I love all you experts out there that have never met me in person that think you know how big I am. I know I'm not a top world class bodybuilder, but dude, I'm probably 240 lean pounds. So get the fuck out of here with what you guys think I weigh. Well, not 240 lean body mass. 240, I would be like shredded, like under 10% body fat. But I have no plans of going to 240. I'd be happy at 275. Primo is great if you're already somewhat lean. Well, I've read, looking up collagen synthesis. There's usually four anabolic steroids that they'll mention when they talk about stimulating collagen synthesis. And the research I've done, the four that usually all show up are EQ, which is equipoise, DECA, which is nandrolone decanate, and primobolan. And the fourth one happens to be the only oral on the list, and it's Anavar. Now, John Smith, I didn't delete my last live video. What I did, I failed to upload it. There's a difference. That video never got uploaded because I made the mistake of using a slur against homosexual people that starts with an F and ends with a G. And I didn't want it on my YouTube account. Trying to keep the shit clean. Your bloated hippo days are over. No. Yeah, I got no business being over 300 pounds. I can't squat heavy and I can't bench heavy. So fuck it. Oh. Actually, TRT is actually bad for collagen if you've ever done any research. Test only is actually terrible for collagen. Doing TRT actually decreases your collagen. You need to be stacking a collagen builder with your testosterone. Like equipoise is probably the best one. DECA's real good too, but DECA has some sexual side effects. But DECA also has some pain relieving qualities. Then Primo probably comes in about third. And then I don't really know about Anavar, an oral. I don't know how to put an oral in that list. But they say Anavar is good for collagen synthesis. If anybody else has done some research on this topic, I'd love to hear your opinion. DECA and TRT. Yeah, DECA and TRT is a good combo, except you can't do much DECA at all on a TRT level of dose, unless you don't care if your dick works. Generally, your testosterone to DECA ratio should be 2 to 1. Like if you're on a TRT of 250, I would say only do 125 DECA. Whereas EQ, your ratio can be 1 to 1. Like if you're on a TRT of 250 a week, you could do 250 EQ and your dick would be just fine. 250 test and 250 EQ is probably a great HRT for someone that just wants to stay healthy. Is Tren the best for recomp? As in staying the same body weight while getting leaner? Can it screw up your kidneys? Yeah, I've heard Tren is bad for your kidneys. I don't know how true this is because most steroids pass through your liver when they leave the body. I've heard that Tren passes through the kidneys. I don't know if that's bro science or if that's legitimate, but I have heard that Tren is hard on your kidneys. But to answer the first part of your question, yeah, Tren would probably be the best for doing a recomp, mainly because it's so androgenic. It has thermogenic qualities, means it makes your body hot. Thermogenesis, you're going to burn calories through heat. But I'll tell you what, if you don't want the thermogenesis that or thermo, is that the right word? Thermosynthesis or thermogenesis, whatever. If you don't want the side effects of the Tren, and Tren is nasty, foul stuff, Primobolan is probably the best anti-catabolic. Like if you're on a calorie restricted diet and you want to maintain your muscle mass, I've always been told Primo's the best anti-catabolic. Oh. Were you able to bench 400 in the 270s? Yeah, when I was young in college, I must have been about 21 or 22. I was probably 22. I was probably a senior in college. First time I ever put up 500 in the gym, I remember I weighed 277. So, yeah, you could be plenty strong at 275. Trust me, anything I've ever carried over 275 pounds was just pure blubber. I know that. Everyone should know that. But pure blubber does make you stronger at certain lifts, the bench and the squat especially. Oh. I mean, blubber's actually bad for the deadlift because the bar will hitch on that. If you have real fat thighs, the bar will hitch in your fat. And also having a big gut makes it hard enough to get your hips low and get in a good position. What are you weighing right now? I have no idea. I love it when people tell me I'm not a misfit. I don't care. Anyone who says I'm not a misfit is just sucking Brad's dick, to be honest with you. Would you pound a hurricane for money? It depends on the amount of cash, Mike Tebow. Blubber is bad for barbell rows too. Yeah, I would agree with that because you can't breathe if you're too fat when you're doing bent over rows. Thoughts on Leo trashing you on his YouTube channel? Remind me how many subscribers Leo has, and then I'll answer your question. I have Super Chat. Why, you don't see the option available? I had Super Chat the other night. Wow, Leo has 11.7 thousand followers. That's what he gets for having Lenny on there. See, when you use Lenny for clickbait, your channel grows like a motherfucker. That's why that train to be a homo is trying to use me to gain his channel. And that loser still only has 200 fucking subscribers. Jay, thoughts on automatic semi-trucks? They work pretty damn good. It really depends on the programming, because the truck I'm in right now has a manual mode, an economy mode, and a performance mode. And with the manual mode where you shift it yourself, I love it. But something's wrong with the programming in my truck, and after shifting a few gears yourself, it goes right into economy mode. And one of the things I don't like about the performance mode is a lot of times when you put your foot down to the floor for more power, it'll downshift to too low of a gear and raise the RPMs way too high, where it's not making any horsepower. Because, that's a 14.7 liter diesel, and the turbo just is not big enough to make any power to an engine that size at high RPM. It just doesn't have the capacity. So it has to be just tuned perfectly. I also don't like it the way it skips gears to save gas. Like a lot of times getting on the freeway, it'll skip eighth gear, and it'll go from seventh to ninth, and the RPMs will drop all the way down to 1,000. Where the engine isn't making much power, and you're trying to get on the goddamn expressway. But no, I had a truck before that would stay in manual mode all the time, and I loved it, especially in snow conditions or the mountains, where you don't want to be in 12th gear. You just want to cruise in 11th gear or 10th gear or whatever. Then they're awesome. How do you feel about McCuck's last live trash talking like he won? I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that all day. So everybody get ready. Anybody who wants to record this and send it to McCuck, send it to Brad, or send it to any of the other shit talkers. Start recording right now. Here's the deal with people talking shit about Big J online. There's nothing I can do about it, and there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I need to worry about is people that want to run their mouth and talk shit while they're within an arm's reach. Okay? There's no more boxing gloves. There's no more setting up a boxing match. There's no more like meet in the park. There's no more of that nonsense. So I don't care what people want to say on their live streams or at their podcast. I can't do anything about it. But I'll tell you what, if those people think they're going to get away with that while they're within an arm's reach, well, let them try. And the reason and you guys are probably wondering, why is Jay saying within an arm's reach? Well, shit, do you want to see me run and try and catch somebody? So that's all I have to say about that. I don't care what these people have to say about me on the internet. I'm all done having these internet feuds and challenging people to boxing matches. I've already proved I can't box. So that's not effective. So I'm not going to waste a bunch of energy worrying about what people are saying about me online or on their podcast. I'm going to worry about the here and now. Who's because generally people don't talk shit about me when they're within an arm's reach. Good advice, Chuck E. Cheese Ranch. That's exactly what I was saying, but I didn't want to say it. So thank you for saying it for me. Little Nino Gamer, Jay, you didn't train to box in a part. If it was in a ring, you would have cornered him and knocked him out. Yeah, you know, yes, but it is what it is. We can't relive history. McCuck staged that thing so that we couldn't get it switched to a boxing ring. He knew what he was doing. Super chat is unavailable. I wonder why. Jay, are you still a misfit? No, Brad kicked me out. Order 66, Brad. You still think you would have beat McCuck in a ring? I have no idea. I could have still pulled a puck in a ring. I mean, you would have to be God to know if I was going to still pull the pack in a ring. But thanks, Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know why Super Chat's unavailable. It was available on my last live. There's a good one. Lenny hates you. That's not true. Yeah, obviously, not having a ring was a disadvantage for me, and having those big pillows on our hands, those 16-ounce gloves, was a disadvantage to me. Now, Adam had 12-ounce gloves in his trunk. Adam showed up to the fight with 12s or 16s. And I had ordered 16s on the internet because the video that Adam made, he said, I own 16s, but hell, I'll buy another set. I'll buy some 14s. And I think I made a video a couple days later saying, yeah, I'm going to buy some 12s. But when I went to the store, I couldn't even get the 12-ounce gloves at Dick's on my hands. My hands are just too big for 12-ounce gloves, at least at Dick's, because those are cookie cutter gloves. So Adam must have heard about that video or saw that video, and he bought 12-ounce gloves just to be prepared. But I wound up buying the 16-ouncers because those are the ones I could get on my goddamn hands. So we wound up going with the 16-ounce gloves, which was an advantage for Adam, having the big pillows on the hands. But he did show up with 12s. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned that. Eat more broccoli. Drink more water. Hell yeah, you got that right. I was definitely dehydrated that day. Oh, Jesus. Thoughts on Harbaugh's contract extension? I think it's great because now Harbaugh doesn't, all those recruits won't decommit. That's why they're keeping Harbaugh. They don't want to lose their recruiting class. Don't be stupid. Jade, Cornelius trashed you in Leo's podcast. Look, I said it about 5 minutes ago. I can't stop what people say on the internet. Okay? All I can worry about is what people say in my company. Now, I probably won't ever see Cornelius ever again. So Cornelius can feel safe just running his mouth on the internet. Oh, well, that makes him feel like a big tough guy when he's fucking, 5 foot fucking 5. That's fine. I don't care. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm done, being in a beef with anybody who talks shit about with me on the internet. It's a waste of my time. Like I said, I'm only going to worry about people that talk shit within an arm's reach. Any theories on why McCuck is so unlikable? Well, I'll tell you why I can't stand his live streams, because he copies Brad so much that I just can't watch it. Like even the way he calls Lenny Leonard. I mean, Brad is the only one who does that. And McCuck calls him Leonard, and McCuck uses all the same words Brad uses. And it's just too much, man. Were you benching in that jacked and tan photo? No, I think I was working that day. That's back at my old job when I used to make deliveries to Publix. That's actually in a bathroom after taking a piss. Hurricane is good beer. It's made by Anheuser-Busch. It's basically a high gravity lager or malt liquor, whatever you want to call it. 8.0%. It's good. Why can't everyone just get along? We want the Misfits back together. I agree. I'm a little disappointed Adam is still running his mouth. I mean, why should he? He's the knockout champion of the world, isn't he? Isn't Adam the toughest heavyweight in Delray Beach? I mean, come on. I mean, I've heard of sore losers before, but why is Adam McLeod a sore winner? You know what I mean? You look bad enough being a sore loser, but a sore winner like Adam is worse. Thoughts on Mike Mensner? Oh, I could dedicate an entire hour to that. I'm not even going to answer that question. Is Big Lou smoking crack again? He's definitely not sober, drinking Jack Daniels at 11 a.m. No, there's no way Lou was smoking crack that day. No, I'm not an OG misfit. I was a Johnny come lately in the misfit world. Anybody will tell you that. All right, I got to piss. Why did you stop? You could have easily beat him with one hand tied behind your back. Props for showing up, but damn it, man. Uh, Thank you, but I don't actually think that's true. I think if I would have tried to just save my left arm um, and try to fight with just my right, I think, I mean, obviously Adam was never going to hurt me, but I would have been pretty much defenseless. And if there was a real panel of judges there scoring the fight, he probably would have actually landed some punches. All the video I've seen of the I don't even know exactly how long that stupid fight was, about 20 seconds or so. I technically haven't seen Adam land one punch. You should be ashamed losing to McCuck. Actually, I didn't lose. I think in the first 3 rounds, uh, if you're medically unable to continue because of an illegal arm hold, it's a no contest, bro. I would call that fight a no contest. Geez, I agree with you. I was basically throwing at his head like I was doing dumbbell flies. Geez, I got to ask you a question. I had a fan DM me earlier today. He thinks that the video footage that the conservative Cuban took is much better than Lenny's. And I don't think I've ever seen the conservative Cubans footage. What's your opinion on that? Have you seen it? Oh, it wasn't a legit sanctioned fight. Therefore, your illegal hold excuse. Oh, okay. Point heard. That's why we should have done it in a real gym with real boxing rules and a real boxing referee. Thank you for that clarification. Your comment doesn't piss me off. Your comment proves my point. I should have never agreed to that bullshit in the park. Cuban's footage is on my channel, and yes, it's better. He gave me his blessing to publish. Cool. I'll have to check it out. I after that fight, I didn't watch much of that shit because I was there. You know what I mean? Oh. And Lenny has to be the world's worst cameraman. Oh. Fight Big Rob. Dude, if I tore a pec against McCuck, Big Rob would fucking murder me. Jay Masters ruined the Misfits with his alcoholism. It's not really fair. I brought a lot of mints. Just some people got butthurt. There has been nothing but trouble inserted. There's been nothing but trouble since McCuck inserted himself into the Misfits. Well, that goes back to when Lenny started his YouTube channel. There was a huge power grab because everyone knew Lenny was just not tech savvy enough to run his own channel. So Big Rob had control, or not Big Rob, Robzilla had control of Lenny's YouTube channel. And when Lenny lost his job at the strip club or the swingers club and had to move back north or move to Miami, whatever. And then what's his name? The Canadian guy, the rich guy. What's his name? I forget. He took over the Big Lenny channel. And if you notice, when there was a discrepancy in who was running the Big Lenny channel, that's when Adam all of a sudden just decided to move back to Boca Raton. I don't know why I just got a phone call. I put my phone on airplane mode and I'm on the motel Wi-Fi. I must be getting calls through Wi-Fi. Now I got to turn off my phone calls through Wi-Fi. No, I doubt it's McCuck because it was a restricted number. McCuck wouldn't call me restricted anyway. McCuck is a man. McCuck would call me from his real number. I mean, let's not take anything away from the heavyweight champion of what park were we at? The heavyweight champion of what park? What park were we at? He's the heavyweight champion of that park. I think his new nickname, instead of McCuck, should be the heavyweight king. I think that would be the ultimate troll if we stopped calling him McCuck and just referred to him as the heavyweight king, the Spaniard champion. Leo hates you, Jay. Well, dude, there's a reason Leo hates me because Leo courted me for weeks trying to do an interview. And I've addressed this in previous live streams, but I'll say it again. And I didn't know Leo was a bad guy until I saw him exposed. And I decided, I watched Andrew's video with him. And then Brad or Lenny did an interview with him. Brad did an interview with him. And I started to learn more about who Leo was and what Leo was about. And I was cool about it. I just told Leo, hey man, I'm not going to be able to do the interview with you. And Leo got real butthurt and turned on me. I never did anything to Leo. I just decided that there's nothing Leo can do for me in a positive way. Like appearing on his channel is not going to help me. And I had to regretfully decline to reschedule because Leo and I had scheduled several interviews. And, after I saw that, appearing on his channel sounds like an LG. Did Prince Andrew recommend it? I don't know what that means, Chuck E. Cheese. I can turn my volume down. Leo brings you up on every podcast because he uses the Misfits. Yeah, exactly. When are you getting your squat rack back? Um, Technically, that's not my squat rack. I gave that to Lenny, and Lenny gave it to Brad. So technically, it's not mine. It's Brad's. Jay, why do you think you pulled your pec so easy? Um, Dehydration, honestly. Cheese, my ringtone is the same for everybody. Cornelius seems like a good guy. Yeah, he's jaded because I made comments about his ex-wife and his second marriage that lasted all of 2 weeks before she ran away with a bodybuilder. So, oh. Kalura has AIDS. Too many visits to gay clubs with Lenny. I, I, I really don't think that's true, and I hope it's not. Because Kalura is a decent guy. He just doesn't like me. And there's nothing I can do to change that. Cornelius would knock you out. Another midget, Peter Dinklage, would knock you out. Thanks. Kalura hates you, unfortunately. Maybe he does. Like I can't control that. Kalura only has to answer to one person. Yeah, I know he's a religious guy. He's going to have to answer to God someday for, you know, about all the trannies he's been with in his past. And that's more than I can ever do to him. Greetings from Lithuania, Big J. Remember when Lithuania was the craze because the basketball team had those tie-dye jerseys for the Olympics or whatever it was? It was a long time ago. Would you box Jason's uncle? I returned my boxing gloves and got my money back because they only had 19 seconds of use on them. And I got a gift card that I could use in the store because I didn't have my receipt. Remember when you benched 505 for a double? Yeah, I tore the same pec. It's that left pec. I think it's an old injury um, from 1987 when I I was stupid as fuck back in 1987, and I think I put some Winstrol in my pec. Leo's podcast said that you didn't tear a pec. Well, Prince Andrew saw the tech in person. Ask Prince Andrew if you guys need backup. Jay, why does it say super chat and super sticker unavailable if I tap the button? I'm not sure because it was available on my last live stream and I never uploaded that video. So I can't answer that question right now. All right, here's a good one. Jake ZZZ. You ever heard of eggshell membrane for collagen regen? Lenny has mentioned it before. I take it for my joint shots. Yeah. I I think you're better off taking nutrients that build collagen, like vitamin C, etc., for collagen. I mean, eating collagen to me it is bro science. Like it's kind of like eating a chicken breast to heal your pec, and if you want to heal your legs, eat a chicken thigh. It's just bro science. Collagen is made from amino acids, and there's certain nutrients you need to do that, and the best one is vitamin C that I know of. So if you're getting enough vitamin C and enough amino acids, you should be boosting your collagen naturally. Now, I've heard about this TBC 157. I heard it works. And the TB 500, I've heard it works. But I think that's for people that are afraid to use real anabolics. I mean, nothing's better than pounding some Deca or some EQ and pounding vitamin C. I mean, there's probably side effects to the TBC 157 and TB 500. I've never really researched them enough to know, but I think if you're taking vitamin C and taking enough amino acids, that's about the best thing you can do. I've also heard the amino acid L-lysine, the one that people take for cold sores, promotes glycogen. And that's probably sound science. I just haven't bought any L-lysine yet. But I rehabbed my knees without ever taking L-lysine, so I don't know why I need it now. Maybe I do. And I could have gone on a decacycle, and I could have continued with my EQ cycle, but because I went off all anabolics after the injury, um, I decided to hop on this Primobolan when my because my receptors are clean. And, dude, anytime you get some real Primobolan, you kind of want to let the Primobolan do its thing. And plus, I want to save my DECA for when I can actually start lifting again. I gotta piss again. And I think when I can finally start lifting again, um, I'm probably going to score some Anavar and switch from Primobolan to Deca. But right now, while I'm not even lifting upper body, I figured why not jump on the Primobolan I got and experience Primobolan while you got fresh receptors. Cracking another hurricane. Hurricane number 4. Yeah, from what I understand, Primo is supposed to be pretty good at collagen synthesis. Now, the research I've done, and most of it's bro science, says that EQ is the best. But that's all bro science. I know DECA is the best for pain reduction, but like I said, I'm saving those for when I go back to training. If Primobolan is the third best, I can settle with doing the third best right now while I'm just doing legs. I'm also gonna. I don't know if you guys have seen those foam blocks that people put on the bar. They're called bench blocks, and it basically the block has well, obviously a block has 4 sides, but there's 3 different. I think there's like 3 different notches where it'll hook on the bar, and you can simulate what powerlifters do with benching down to one board, two board, or three board. And I've never done boarding for bench press, but I'm thinking once I can start lifting again, why not use a bench block and start out with three boards? And obviously, then you can rotate the block for two board and then rotate the block again for one board. That way you're not going down all the way to the chest, your first workout back. And I'm definitely going to be using chains and bands on my comeback. Like my first workout back, I would love to do a three board, with some chains on there. I think that would be the intelligent way to do it. What do I know? I'm just a homeless trucker. Oh, my left arm is getting tired from holding the fucking phone. Oh. So. Comments have kind of disappeared. I don't know what's going on. Jay, do you have any thoughts on why Leo does sexual acts with underage Chi2? What's CH2? I don't know what that means. Dale is a better hunter than you. 100%. I'll tell you what, short people are generally the best deer hunters. Should Hamburg try TRT? I think Hamburg is too scared for TRT. Leo is a sand PM. Well, I've heard that's true. Do you have any thoughts on why Leo does sexual acts with underage children? I've never seen that, any proof of that, so I really can't comment. I don't think Jason put me on the map. I think Prince Andrew did. I don't think Jason Genova has ever done one thing for me. Is Kim Haynes still married? I have no idea. You'd have to ask her. Do you think you got gay from Lenny? No, definitely not. But have I watched some tranny blowjob porn where yes. Here's my advice on tranny porn. Find yourself some tranny porn where the tranny is super fucking hot and the tranny keeps her panties on so you can't actually see the dick and balls, and the tranny just gives head. And tell me you don't like it. Jay, what are the top exercises for street fighting? I would have to say deadlift. Because if you can deadlift a lot, you're going to have total body strength and you're going to be able to ground and pound a guy, which is how most street fights wind up. Jay, why do you have cuckold fantasies? Uh, Dude, I wouldn't say I have cuckold fantasies, but have I ever ejaculated watching cuckold porn? Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, there's something kind of arousing about watching a wimp husband sit there and watch some big bull fuck his wife. I like it. Do you like Cessna 250? Yeah, I think Cessna 250 is a great compound, actually, because it's a blend of four different testosterones. The problem with Cessna 250 is it doesn't work in high dosages because the long acting ester that they blend in the Cessna 250, I believe, is testosterone undecanate, which is like a 2 week, a 14-day half life ester. And any testosterone that half life that's 14 days is just in your bloodstream too long, and it's going to want to aromatize into either DHT or estrogen. So at TRT levels, I think cestranon is a phenomenal compound. But I think for mass building or powerlifting or bodybuilding, I think it's an inferior compound. I mean, if you want to do more than 1 cc a week, cestranon is not the way to go. The way to go is probably testosterone C, which is cypionate. And if you're a guy that doesn't mind pinning a lot, testosterone propionate is probably the ultimate testosterone. Jay, please report Leo to Homeland Security. He's definitely taking flying lessons. Huh. Thoughts on Anavar and thoughts on MK637? I personally don't like MK677 because of the water retention. I mean, I'm already 325 pounds, and when I did MK677, I got so much water retention. My hands started to ache, my joints ache. I just Oozing Mike says 800 test, 800 EQ. Yeah, that's about perfect. I really don't care if Leo trashed me hard. Come on. Does Leo pay Lenny to be on podcast? I don't think so. Thoughts on a fart fetish? I think that's kind of gross. Because technically, if a chick is really hot and you find yourself in a weak moment and you might want to toss her salad, a fart has broken the seal on her anus. And an anus is only fresh before the seal has been broken. Once the seal on an anus has been broken, it's nothing but filth. Do you ever get a little anxiety with EQ? The first few weeks I do, then it goes away. No, I have zero side effects on EQ, honestly. Here's a good comment. Jay, I give you credit. You have mass that won't go away after you jump off cycle. All these bodybuilders shrivel up after they stop. It's all fluff and puff from insulin. Yeah, the insulin muscle does go right away because that's insulin muscle is not real muscle. It's just stored carbohydrate. I am a fat 330 pounds. But dude, Jay, will you ever train for boxing again? Nah. When are you starting your weight at 125 kilogram? Tomorrow. Jay, what is your bulking diet? Dude, I don't need to do a bulking diet. Test or nth? Definitely cypionate, because cypionate has a shorter half-life by one molecule, or shorter ester by one molecule. Uh, so if you look at the half-life between entonate and cypionate's just a little bit quicker acting, so it's going to have a little bit better effect and a little bit less side effects. I got to piss again. Jesus Christ. Oh. Can we get on to the drunken backstabbing of your former friends already? I told you guys, I can't control what my enemies are saying about me online. I can only control what they're going to say in front of me when they're one arm lengths away. Jay, they're clowning you on Reddit. Serious stuff. I don't care about Reddit. Kimberly Young, would you fight a transgender like me? I'm not setting up any fights. Jay, thanks for your info on different tests. Well, yeah, it's pretty simple knowledge, really. Thoughts on Ron Jeremy? I heard he's a scumbag. Even PJ laughed at you after that fight on his IG Live. PJ PJ's a good guy. I don't really care if PJ laughed at me. Jay, can you fight to be trained to be a freak? Shit, I said his name. God damn it. Um, I promise to never say that guy's fucking name on my channel because it would do nothing but draw people to his channel. And he's only got 200 subs. He's a complete loser. Oh, Jay, if I pay you, will you write a workout and nutrition plan for me to drop 30 pounds? That's not my specialty. I'd be better off helping you gain 30 pounds. Jay, please comment on Gab and Jared as a couple and their individual genetics. Um, I think Gabby and Jared would both benefit from a similar cycle. Obviously, Gabby would not need the testosterone that Jared needs, but I think they both would benefit from a Winstrol Masteron stack. And I don't even think Gabby would need any testosterone if she did some Winnie and some Masteron. And Jared could do a TRT level of test and some Masteron and some Winnie. Masteron Winnie is the ultimate stack if you've got soft titties like Jared. And Gabby's Gabby's a tubby little chick, but she's cute. She just needs to tighten up. And I think the androgens and the Masteron and the drying effect of the Winstrol would help her out too. Should I inject test directly into each testicle? Dude, if you can handle that pain, you're the man. Thoughts on Monica Granda? She's fucking hot. She has to be the hottest autistic chick on the planet. Period. When are you boxing again? Never. Yeah, I love Monica. Do you think 31 is too young for prescription TRT? Really depends on your testosterone levels. I didn't get tested till I was 40 years old. And, I'm soon to be 52. When I was 40 years old, my test level was 179, which is horrible. That's like cuckold level. And the doctor immediately put me on TRT. No questions asked. Jay, what's the last object you stuck up your urethra? I've actually never stuck anything up my urethra, but I'd like to. Leo Order 66, you on his podcast. Oh, so now Leo Longevity has Order 66 powers? Are you on Anavar yet? No, I couldn't get any. And my local connection in Delray Beach, the Anavar he gets, I suspect, is actually Winstrol because Anavar is rather expensive to make, whereas Winnie is cheap. And the last time I did some of his Anavar, a couple weeks into the cycle, my joints were just killing me, which led me to believe that it's Winstrol. And most fake Anavar really is Winstrol. Leo is chumming up with Dave Palumbo. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Steve McQueen versus Burt Reynolds. Who wins? Well, considering they're both dead, when's this fight taking place? Like 1967? I would have to put my money on Burt, actually. Steve McQueen did the original Blob. That's fucked up. Steve McQueen, um, I love the movie Bullet, where he drove that '68 Mustang GT with a 390 big block fastback through the hills of San Francisco. That's a real Mustang. I don't know why Dale Chance got a fucking cookie cutter small block fucking coupe when he could have got a big block fastback. I'm not even a I'm not even a Ford guy, but you gotta love a fastback big block fucking Mustang. But a coupe with a small block, nah, that's a chick car to me. 400 tests sippinate for 16 weeks. Well, Brennan Eason, that's going to do nothing but lower your collagen. Test only cycles suck. Take it from a guy who's injured. If you add a little bit of Deca or a little bit of EQ or a little bit of Primobolan or a little bit of Anavar to that cycle, you'll be a lot healthier. Actually, the perfect collagen building cycle would be a TRT level of test, and you kickstart it with Anavar because EQ takes so long to kick in because uh, it has an undecyclinate ester, which is like shit. I think like a 21-day cycle. So it takes almost 3 weeks for EQ to actually kick in. So if you do test, EQ, and Anavar, and you start all three at the same time, you're going to get the boost from the Anavar in the beginning, your first 6 weeks, and by then the EQ is kicked in. That's the cycle I would recommend for any newbie who's never cycled before. Test, EQ, and Anavar. Where's the pic of Leo's wife? I don't know. I have no clue. Will you do wrestling next, Jay? No, hell no. I'm going to be 52 years old. I'm not wrestling anybody. Leo's wife is actually 11 years old from a street boy from Calcutta. I actually despise that train to be a homo more than I despise Leo. Just do 300 mgs of test and Anavar if you're just starting out? Question mark. Yeah, that's a good one. But still, why wouldn't if you got access to test and Anavar, get yourself a bottle of EQ and make it a perfect cycle. Why would you do so much test though? I don't know who you're replying to. No, for a new guy, I would I wouldn't if you have high testosterone naturally, like if you've actually had blood work done, I would never do a TRT level of test because all you're going to do is fuck over your natural testosterone production, and you're going to need Clomid and HCG and Novaldex as a PCT. So for your first cycle, you might as well at least do 400 test and like 600 EQ and like 50 milligrams of Anavar a day. Do you think it was a mistake to fight McCuck? That's a great question. McCuck made it impossible for me to turn down the fight, even though I knew it was a setup. I knew the conditions were not in my favor, but because McCuck has a private account and he issued the challenge on a private account with the date, the time, the place, and if I wouldn't have shown up, the trolls would have just called me a pussy. But yeah, I knew it was a mistake. That fight should have been done in a real gym with a real boxing ring with a real referee. That was the mistake. Kimberly Young, serious question, Jay. I have 15 NG testosterone as a trans woman and I train regular. What juice would you recommend that would not increase my test levels but get me hench? Huh. I I don't know what those slang words mean. Do you mean hard on when you say hench? If you mean hard on, um, I would recommend a low dose of Masteron and a serious low dose of Masteron and a low dose of Winstrol Oral. Those are the two best drugs for dick health because your goal is to lower your sex hormone binding globulin if you want to increase your dick hard on. And the two best drugs to stack for that are Masteron, which is an injectable, and Winstrol. And Winstrol injectable is just painful as fuck, so I would get the pills. But yeah, if you're doing a low dose of test and you still want your dick to work, I would do a little Masteron and a little Winstrol. And You'll have a nice big cock for Lenny's asshole. No, I was just grabbing another beer. What are the strength gains like on a test EQ anavar cycle? They're going to be modest, and but and modest is all you really want because extreme strength gains are never going to be permanent. Like if you want to get huge and strong now, you do something like Deca and Dianabol, but most of that strength is going to go away when you go off cycle. Whereas a test EQ anavar cycle, most of those gains are going to be permanent. Kimberly, PM me. I have a secret idea. I take anti-estrogen injectable and HRT, but I don't want to increase my test, just get bigger. Hold on. Kimberly, are you a genetic female? Or I I assume you're a genetic man and you want to get bigger as a trans female. I'm confused. It's a troll. I don't care. Kimberly's a tan 1010. I haven't looked at her picture. I thought she was a white girl. My boyfriend loves Lisa Cross, so I want to get big, not a troll. I like Lisa Cross too. Lisa Cross is a female, though. Lisa Cross is a female who loves to dominate women in her videos. She's awesome. Jay, have you taken LSD? Yeah, but not in the past 20 years, at least. Yeah, I don't know what Kimberly meant when she said she takes anti-test. Does Jay, do you test your primo? No, but the supplier I got it from actually posted his own lab results. And the supplier I use is on eroids.com, which is a site that rates suppliers. If you guys want to find a good supplier, I would suggest eroids.com because there's no fakes. Fakes don't make it on eroids. The trolls will just rip a fake apart. Jay, Cornelius said you might have severed a tendon. Get an MRI ASAP. Nah, I don't think I need an MRI. Do you use an AI while on blast? I use as little AI as possible. I usually don't take any AI unless my nipples feel a little itchy because AI is not good for you. The side effects of AI are terrible. I'm just upset Kimberly has a boyfriend. I thought there was a love connection going on here. Jay, what do you think about Big Lenny hunting grannies now? Granny porn isn't that bad if she's hot. I've seen some 60-year-olds that are fucking smoking on porn. AI can help reduce water, weight, and blood pressure, so it needs to weigh the pros and cons. Yeah, I agree with that. Who are you fighting next? Nobody I plan on. Like I said earlier, I'm only worried about people that talk shit that are within an arm's reach. You know, people that talk shit on their podcast, let them talk shit. Let them talk shit all they want, especially if they got beards and tattoos. Let them talk shit. Do you celebrate Juneteenth? I don't know what that is. Jade Cornelius said he deadlifted 500 pounds while weighing 150. The funny thing about Cornelius is all these world class deadlifts he claims about having, none of them are on video. And nowadays, there's fucking people on Instagram fucking doing way more than him. Oh. Yeah, I heard from Lenny that Cornelius claims he's going to do the Ruby, and I thought I thought Cornelius qualified for nationals years ago. Didn't Cornelius supposedly beat some fuck, I forget his name. Boston Lloyd, right? That's Dale's claim to fame that Cornelius made Boston Lloyd retire. Now Cornelius wants to lower himself and do the Ruby. Well, good for Cornelius. What do you guys predict Cornelius will come in ripped at the Ruby? Because we know he's going to come in ripped. You know what would be funny? What would be really funny? Like with Big J and his bad knees and all, dieted down to 240 and did the Ruby in the over 50 board short division. And Cornelius did men's bodybuilding. And I came in 6 inches taller than him and 50 pounds heavier. 3% body fat's actually impossible. You die at 3%. How much did you weigh in high school? Well, I won the state of Michigan high school state championship in 11th grade in the 220 class. And then in 12th grade, I weighed 237 and dieted down and won the 220s again. I looked great in 12th grade at 220. Holocaust people were 3%. I believe that. At 3%, you die. Kimberly, be with me, baby. I'm going to have to go live with Kimberly someday. She'll be an instant fan or instant celebrity in the Genova verse. 3% is not possible without dying, basically. Yeah, I agree with that. When people claim they're 3%, that's that's using those skin calipers, which always give you a reading which is way lower than you really are. Brian Shaw is 15% body fat. Well, I'd love to be 15%. Sly was 3% and Rocky Bully. I don't believe that. Mark Lubliner is also nominated for the Nobel Prize in Physics. No, that would be Louis Simmons of West Side Barbell. Louis Simmons is the king of physics. Cornelius is going to make everyone look small at the Ruby. Eh. Oh. Do a Hamburg voice. I don't have a good Hamburg voice. CS hyphen go skin showcase. Force equals mass times acceleration. Yeah, that's Newton's second law of motion. That's basically the most important formula you need to know when it comes to powerlifting. That's why powerlifters use chains and bands. Not another cookie cutter podcast with Lee Priest is live right now. I like Lee Priest because he asks no quarter, he gives none. There's only two short bodybuilders in the history of bodybuilding that I don't think are clowns. One of them is Franco Columbu, who's deceased, and the other one is Lee Priest. All the rest of them are clowns. Kimberly, send me a request on Insta. I'd love to be your friend. Flex Lewis is pretty jacked. Yeah, Flex Lewis is an asshole. Hamburg 75. I'm coming to visit after pandemic and accept your challenge, Jay. I never challenged you, you fucking troll. Thoughts on storming the Capitol building? I think it was stupid. Hamburg, I don't know if that's a real Hamburg, but dude, there's no more boxing challenges, bro. I only respond to people that are in my presence that say shit. No more internet smack is going to bother me. Hamburg, you have my Instagram. Send me an Instagram saying that's the real you. Yeah, I have a feeling that's not the real Hamburg. No, I don't think that's the real Hamburg either. The real Hamburg sent me a message on Instagram, which I know is the real Hamburg. And he said that's a troll on YouTube. Conservative Cuban, what are we drinking tonight, brother? Hurricane. Cuban, I don't think I've seen your footage of the fight. Everyone tells me it's much better than Lenny's. I don't think the Cuban realized that calling someone Big Bear is like calling someone daddy in gay porn. I think that was a Freudian slip. I don't think I ever had a fight in high school. Adam McLeod, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua for Hamburg. Okay. Where was McCuck? McCuck is the Spanish River Park heavy champion of the world. Oh, don't disrespect McCuck. Gonna watch the Cassidy Campbell fight. I didn't know he was gonna fight anybody. Your IG is all lady, Kim. Kim who? Easy, Big Bear. Dude, if you guys want to start calling me Big Bear, that's good with me. Because in the gay world, Big Bear just fucks little twink boys. Oh, I'm making sausage pizza as we speak. That's it? Just cheese and sausage? Come on, bro. Why are you being lazy, man? Some onions and some green pepper would be good on that. Maybe some mushrooms. I think Andrew is sexy. I do too. How many times a week do you drink, Jay? Well, much more recently, because I only train legs. I only got to be healthy 2 days a week. I've been training legs 2 days a week. I got a PR on the leg press today, 7 plates each side for 8 reps, which isn't bad for a guy with two horribly disformed knees. I want to know how many of you guys with totally perfectly healthy knees can leg press 7 plates on each side for 8 really good reps. And I'm not talking half reps like Dale or Lenny. I mean down. Adam got beat up by a guy who can't fight and is cocky, and these days and about it, these guys are losers when it comes to boxing anyway. Yeah, I agree with that. Hamburg, the fake Hamburg says, Big J about my comments. He's scared. Well, troll Hamburg, I can tell you the real Hamburg wants peace. Cranberry juice. Walther Brathow, what are you talking about? Cranberry juice for what? I mean, I know cranberry juice is healthy, but I thought it was more of a kidney bladder thing. Hamburg is a Golden Gloves Viking champion, unfortunately. I think Hamburg is a really great guy. Hamburg said, Leo said Hamburg has great big arms, 20 inches natural. I probably am not allowed in trapeze after fucking Rob Zilla and Lenny trashed it. Kimberly, my IG is the underscore bedroom bully. That's not the real Big Lenny show. Even if it is the real Big Lenny show, he's not on the account right now, I guarantee you. That's Leo using Lenny's channel. I don't think Lenny would be stupid enough to give Leo his fucking password. What's your favorite song by Duran Duran? Jesus Christ, that's a hard question. A View to a Kill is a good song. You guys are just jealous that Kimberly's going to send me a bunch of pictures of her painted toenails. No, I'm not the evil twin. Kimberly, there's a bunch of fake bedroom bully accounts. Kimberly, if you want to find the real the underscore bedroom bully, I've got like 13.1 thousand followers. That's the real one. Carolyn is the new and improved Kim Haynes. I love Carolyn. Carolyn's awesome. Yes, Kimberly, I've got 13.1K followers. That's the real me. And send me some private direct messages with some pictures. I might come back from the bar and stroke my cock. Carolyn is the official time and temperature of muscle sport media. I know what that means. No, but Carolyn's a good person. I think she drinks too much box wine. That's her problem. Carolyn gives the time and temperature in Texas where she lives. I don't get it. Is it worth it going to an orgy or is it too risky? I would say too risky. I mean, HIV is really hard to get unless you're at an orgy. Jason Blaha's on here for real? I doubt it. I'd like to hear Jason Blaha's um, opinion on chains and bands for rehab. Blaha, are you listening, bro? I mean, I know your shit. What do you think about bands and chains for rehab? Because I'm a believer in bands and chains. I'm just a little late to the game on using them. I'm gonna go piss. Blaha hasn't responded. I actually have another question for Blaha. Blaha, I don't currently own uh a or not AK an AR platform rifle. I kind of want to stick away from 223 in case there's an ammo ban in the future. I was thinking 308 at first, but I think that could be a waste because I want to get a cartridge bigger than 30 cal in bolt action in case I want to do some hunting. So I was thinking maybe about getting an AR in 243, which is a neck down 308 cartridge. Then I could get a nice bolt action rifle and something with a little bit more power. I still don't see Blaha on here. Blaha, I got another question for you. How about German volume training for rehab? Um, I did a 10 sets of 12 reps a couple weeks ago on the hack squat to try and build my quads because I can't go heavy due to my surgery. So I tried a high volume workout, 10 sets of 12, and it really seemed to work great. Ex Warner driver here. Okay. What's up, bro? No, but he's not going to show himself again. Best home defense weapon. No, I think the best home defense weapon ever is a little Mossberg fucking pistol grip shotgun. Honestly. Blaha, what do you think about a little lever action carbine in 450 Marlin or maybe 4570? It's a fake Blaha? Yeah, I thought so. Web Web App 31. Let me answer you some questions, Jay. Well, go for it, bro. Jay, what about push press? That's the only split I'd like. Eh. Some of those oddball calibers are just too hard to find and too expensive. Big J, how many days a week do I need to train to just maintain strength, size? What split to follow? Dude, there's nothing better than splitting your upper body in half and a chest in a push-pull split and then doing legs by themselves. That's 3 days a week. Push-pull legs. So do push-pull twice. Well, yeah, if you follow a heavy light protocol, that's perfect. Natalie Portman, I have no idea who she is. What's your EDC? I have no idea what that is. Everyday carry. Everyday carry. I would go with the little teeny 357 snub nose, honestly. And then you don't have to put 357 magnums in it. You could put some 38s in it. You can run 38 specials through a 357 magnum. Walter wants to know, what about 380 ACP? 380 is a garbage round. I own one, and I can tell you that it jams unless I use full metal jackets. Hollow points are not functional in a 380. Gotta go.